show called Pop, where they drop the knowledge on all the latest thoughts from comics and movies, games and TV shows.
All right, rumor update. The MCU. That's right, they're maybe killing Blade in Armor Wars. Is Armor Wars even still a thing? Like, who's out there going, hey, I can't wait to see Armor Wars? A new rumor. This is done by the Direct. It's kind of gone viral out through different websites accordingly, going back to this source. But it's kind of just obvious news, right? The MCU has never actually gotten any traction with this whole Blade movie. And of course, Armor Wars just has been completely a wet fart and a dud since it was announced. No one's out there. Now, this article starts off by talking about the new things with Captain America and the Serpent Society and Avengers Kang Dynasty, and then it's talking about Avengers Doomsday and it's all that. So now things are gonna get canceled, right? According to this is Daniel Regman. He's one of these insider kind of guys. Talks about them canceling Armor Wars or Blade or both. It's unofficial, of course. He says, as for Marvel, there have been at least 5 live action films in development. I also hear the final decision on the fate of Armor Wars and Blade is expected in the coming months. Now, first off, let's just talk about Blade for a minute. They have changed writers, directors, everything. At this point, let Mahershala Ali move on and go do some other stuff and not be tied to whatever contract obligations you have, and either get into the game on Old Man Blade, figure out how you want to tap into that buzz surrounding Wesley Snipes or not. You can recast a new Blade in a different universe, or you could just do it. I don't know, but I don't see any signs of this happening anytime soon. But it is the thing that they wanted to do. They wanted to do kind of a bait and switch. They wanted to gender swap it. They wanted to bring in a female or either a female character or a daughter or something like that. It's never gotten off the ground. It's been a complete mess since the get-go now for years. Armor Wars, on the other hand, has kind of been just like TV, movie, TV, movie. Who cares? Like, no one in their right mind has really been all excited about seeing this sort of like Rhodey story, especially. And the article talks about it briefly. It's this unfinished story of Rhodey being a Skrull from Secret Invasion. Well, yeah. And it kind of messes up the timeline on when he was actually replaced or not. Like, does it go back to Civil War or not? Does it? So I don't know. And I think it's kind of a mess. And I don't think they're going to know what to do. The article kind of goes on, quote, if this news had come out just a couple months ago, the Blade side of it would have been made far more sense than it does right now. For years, the movie struggled through development. It's been postponed multiple times. Fair enough. Over the previous weeks, though, that's changed. A joke about the movie's production challenges and delays made it into the Deadpool Wolverine. Of course, that joke has been interpreted as good or bad news for the movie. Now, we don't know. However, Brad Winderbaum, head of streaming at Marvel Studios, said horror elements in the upcoming Agatha All Along, oh dear Lord, will not resemble horror elements of Blade, indicating the project's still going forward. Well, that or Brad Winderbaum has read whatever version of the latest script of Blade is. Yeah, let's just be honest. Agatha All Along is another one of those. Why are we doing this kind of projects? So, Armor Wars, no update since the end of Secret Invasion. Ali Salim confirmed the show did set up the Armor Wars. Did it? I mean, we just plucked Rhodey kind of like from the little pod thing, and we kind of tell, he's been here since Civil War around then, so maybe he wasn't even in Endgame or not. Like, there's all this ambiguity, right? So I don't know. It was supposed to be a D+ series. They talked about a movie. They've been back and forth. I don't know. So, yeah, this is the report. Now, I don't know about you guys. Anyone else just so tired and fatigued by everything Marvel at the moment? I mean, I understand there's all this hoopla that came around the summer with a minimal Fantastic Four thing with the whole Doom and Tony Stark and Robert Downey Jr. and the 2 movies. And where do you feel now, though? Because you do realize there's 2 movies before that, right? We have a Captain America movie, all this Red Hulk buzz and all that. And then, of course, there's a Thunderbolts movie that no one's talking about. Like, no one, they even posted some photos which were extremely non-complimentary. They're just these bland, dark photos of all these random villains or anti-heroes that we're supposed to think are the Thunderbolts. And talk about something that is going to be so far removed from what made Thunderbolts work. Thunderbolts was like this big sort of like before bait and switch was turned into what it is now. Back then it was, oh, you think this is what's happening, this is what's happening. There's no way they're going to pull that off now. So we have a long way to go before we get to these Avengers movies that got you excited. So tagging along Armor Wars and Blade, it's like ticks on the dog. Like no one cares. And if you're not going to tap into the Wesley Snipes buzz, and you don't do it relatively soon, because this whole Deadpool and Wolverine thing, this hype is going to wear off by the end of the year and into the winter. It'll be forgotten. This movie does not have a lot of the rewatchability and the buzz and the legs, unless Ryan Reynolds or someone's tweeting or talking about it. Like they have to have that person carry the water. It on its own merit, having the studios pump it up, that energy is not there. So I don't know about you guys. I saw this as just a chance to kind of update everybody. We can put a pin in the wall that the Blade movie is again on the fence of being killed or not. I haven't talked about it. I don't even know last time I talked about Armor Wars, and I don't even care. Like I'm so tired. I will say I would be more inclined to watch Armor Wars than the Agatha thing. I'm still trying, like, it's pulling teeth if I'm going to sit through Agatha or not. I just don't know if I can do it. I really don't. I'm not being facetious. I dipped out of Acolyte, didn't watch a minute of it. I've seen pieces of trailers and whatever, and that is more time wasted than I should have even given it. So I have no desire to sit through Agatha. So yeah, I don't know. Don't know where I'm at, but that's the update, folks. No updates, an update, kind of an update. You guys tell me what you think. I am Pops.